nothing that fucking pisses me off more. Like, if you want to get me fucking riled up, like, tell a woman, oh, it's just you must be on your period.
Yeah.
On your
is
period
it that time of the month?
It's like, yeah, maybe that is the case, and it fucking sucks.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Always
welcome back. Welcome back, men. Actually, no. Welcome back, strawberries.
Today might be a little male focused.
Today's a little male
relationship focused.
This is the manisode.
And this to men before they're like, oh, well, now that I've seen it, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, the video kind of matters, because when men can see it, they're like, oh. Because men can be so grounding for us when we're emotional if they're not matching our energy. Which helps us come out of that. You know what I mean? Once men see that, they're like, oh.
Yeah.
They're like, I've been like, no, like, I don't know what's wrong with her and I don't know how to fix it. She's just screaming and like, you know.
Yeah, usually we should start, but
yeah.
Usually when we're having big emotions, that's the only thing we need is just like, us freaking out is usually about something totally unrelated.
Yeah. Right.
I had a moment of that the other day.
Did you?
Yeah. When I was cleaning Jake's house, I was pissed because I like told him I would do it for Christmas and it like, I just was busy and didn't have time. I think I told you that. And then his family was coming and I was like, he's like, I need to clean my house. If you're still doing that, like, now would be a good time. And I was like, fuck, like I did, you know. But like, when I got there, it was the last thing I wanted to be doing. And then he came home for lunch to like make something and I was
wasn't even there.
No, he was at work, which I didn't want him to be there. Like, I just wanted to like do it and get the fuck out. And he walked in and I was like, you have so much fucking shit and you need to stop ordering shit on Amazon. Like, there's so much stuff you buy and it's just garbage and I just like let it rip.
Oh
my God.
And he was like, all right, I'm gonna go back to work. I was like, yeah, but really, the root of it was me being really fucking hormonal and just, like, irritable and feeling like my time wasn't mine because I knew I had to go to Gannon the next day. And it was just, like, that was, like, part of the problem, but it wasn't the problem, you know?
Yeah, being able to, like, separate what is actually going on from the reaction that you're, like, giving.
Yeah.
I feel like is a good skill.
But I think that comes on us to be able to communicate that and be like, listen, this wasn't really about the Amazon packages.
Yeah.
This was actually about like me feeling overwhelmed and like overstimulated and, you know.
Yes.
But men can't know that if we don't like say that.
No, they don't. But that's why I mean it's important to give men information because a lot of times we just look crazy to them and they're like, I don't know what's wrong with her. Like, I remember specifically when me and Randy talked about it and I showed him that video and he was like, you just, like, helped me in my relationship so much. Because, like, I didn't know what to do when she was upset. Like, women are emotional creatures. We are very emotional. And we know, like, out in public not to lose our shit. So if we
don't know that.
If we have a really bad day at work, we just hold it until we get home.
Yeah.
And then when we get home, we might have to scream. We might have to cry. We might have to shake. We might have to, like...
Yeah.
All of that has to come out.
Yeah.
You know?
I literally told Maria the other day, I was like, I think I might need to have a good cry later, just so you're, like, prepared and ready for that.
I cried in his house cleaning. Afterwards, I was like...
There's a scene in the movie Sin City where this one guy's like, dames, you just gotta let them cry it out and then they're fine.
I mean,
like,
yeah, we got a lot of fucking shit going on.
Yeah. Like,
cycle.
We don't need you to fix it. We don't need you to get upset because we're upset. Like,
that's a good sentence.
It's very hard for men to do this, but if men could separate their emotions from our emotional state, if they can go, well, I'm fine. Like, I'm just a guy, so my hormones are normal every day, so every day's amazing.
Yeah, you know what, though? I was like the devil's advocate in, like, I think we do the same thing a bit, of where if they are in a bad mood, we don't know necessarily how to, like, I remember when West was very good if I was in a mood at, like, actually giving me what I needed. Mm-hmm. But when he was in a bad mood, I remember wanting to, like, talk it out and be like, what's going on? Yeah. And he did not. Like, he just needed space.
Yeah.
And so, like, I just think you have to know what your partner needs.
Yeah.
Because everyone's different. I really do think, now I feel like I need space more. Whereas before, I was like, I wanted to be able to, like, talk through it immediately.
Yeah, no, I think whenever Mike would get upset, it was easy for me to just be like, oh, that's him. I remember thinking, oh, that's what I look like probably when I'm in a bad mood. Because it's kind of scary when a guy's in a bad mood. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, God, that energy's not pleasant to be around. So it was more of like a way for me to see what it was like to be around me when I was not in a good mood. And I was like, okay, so I need to like contain my shit a little bit better because that's not nice.
Yeah. Wait, hold on, pause. Am I bleeping names? Are we starting?
No, you don't have to.
I'm gonna try and keep it like, but no, you don't have to.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Okay. Olin.
Always
welcome back. Welcome back, men. Actually, no. Welcome back. Strawberries.
Strawberries. Today might be a little male focused.
Today's a little male
relationship focused.
This is the manisode.
And we're all feeling some type of way today.
Yeah.
A little tired.
It's Sunday morning and we were all up late last night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I maybe slept like 4 hours.
Oof.
Off and on.
I'm surprised you're here.
I'm like, I'm not going to take a nap like now.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to try and power through it, but...
That's been me the past 2 nights in a row. I've got about 4 hours of sleep intermittently.
Yeah.
Not in one block.
Not enough.
Yeah. No.
That's a recipe for disaster in my world. I'm like, oh, fuck. Here we go.
Yeah.
I, just kind of going back to what we just kind of launched into it.
Yeah, we were
there. We had some thoughts. Even just what you're saying, like being tired and being triggered and emotional, like can go so hand in hand. Mm-hmm. And being able to be like, I'm being emotional because I'm tired, not because the situation is like demanding this level of emotional from me.
Knowing what the real root of the problem is helpful, I think.
This morning I was listing out the things. Well, usually I get up before Maria. I get up like an hour before her, and I have my hour to journal and to like meditate and do all my stuff. And today I like stayed in bed and I was like, I'm sacrificing my hour, but I need this sleep. But then when I woke up, I felt like so dysregulated because I was thrown into like the day immediately. And so when I started journaling an hour after I got up, I was writing down what I had to do today. And I was like, I don't feel like I can do this today. I don't know.
Dude, I had the same feeling.
I was like, I can't rally for this. And then I was like, no, this is the stuff that you do every Sunday. You can do all this stuff. You just feel dysregulated because you didn't have your normal morning.
It's not going to feel as good as it normally does because you're like tired and you feel off. Mm-hmm. And that's how I feel too. Is like I can get shit done, but I feel like I'm going to be like trying to just get through the day. Well, but maybe not.
I did draw a card that maybe could apply to all of us from my Aunt Carrie deck. Mm-hmm. And I said, what do I need this week? And I drew grace. Or to like get through this week. And I was like, okay, yeah.
I feel like the past year has been preparing me for these sleepless nights.
Yeah.
I'm no stranger to
That's true. Yeah. Your hormones are like, this is why we...
But it's not my hormones this time, everybody. Yeah. Those are doing great. Thank you, HRT.
Yes. We love that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Honest to God, just a little. HRT is the bomb.
And it doesn't cause breast cancer.
It doesn't cause breast cancer.
We're like, just
like, every day I'm like, oh my God, this is what it's like to be a man. Like, my hormones are completely regulated and I feel amazing in my body.
I really do think that I have PMDD.
Yeah.
Because my hormones, like, affect me so much.
Yeah.
And I credit you guys with me noticing this.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when you, like, started telling me about, like, noticing when you're on different parts of your cycle. And I was like, how does she know that about herself? Like, how does she, like, be so in tune with it? And now I'm like, oh, we're 10 days out from my period. So, like, I'm starting to feel a little funky. And it's literally starts 10 days out.
Yeah,
like,
it's insane.
Symptoms all kinds, physical, mental. And I'm so often, I'm just like, I am a bad person or a useless person or an unhappy person, like, for half the month because of my fucking hormones.
I think that you need, actually my rebrand is kind of on that, which I do want to tell you about. But I think that it doesn't have to be that bad. I think a lot of people are like, well, this is just my cycle. And it's like, well, yes, it's going to, like, fluctuate, but should it fluctuate to that point? And that's where it's like, you should look into what's going on.
Yeah. No, I really do think that being a woman, your hormones just go crazy, whether it's pregnancy, whether it's your period, whether it's post-pregnancy. All of the things that women's bodies just go through being a woman, it's just constantly up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
Age,
and it wasn't until my hormones were stabilized and I realized how much of everything was hormones, how much of just aches and pains, mental fatigue, like so much. It's so much more than just your cycle. It is your mood. It is the way you feel in your body. It is the way you are able to show up in the day. Like, it is heartbreaking to me that women have to go through premenopause to finally get hormones, to feel like a normal person inside of their body.
Part of my, like, rebrand is I'm like, so much of my life is revolved around hormones because I got diagnosed with PCOS so early, and I, like, made it my mission to, like, figure out what the fuck was going on. And then with the infertility stuff, I really realized, like, how much hormones affected my day-to-day because I was just, like, in a fog.
So scared for that.
Yeah, when you get on the hormones for the infertility stuff, you're like, oh.
Because it's like, I mean, I remember just always being tired and just, like, depressed, angry, irritable. And now I'm kind of like, okay, getting diagnosed with PCOS and then finding out that I had endo and all of that, like, sucked. But I do feel like I'm so much better equipped now because I'm like, okay, I know kind of, like, what to do and I know when something's wrong. And I think a lot of women just, like, don't even put the 2 and 2 together. They just think, oh, I'm depressed. Wonder why.
It's hard to feel good when you feel bad in your body.
Like,
it's hard
like
to be
impossible.
in a good mood. It's hard to be nice to people when the sound of the nails of the dog walking across
are,
the
like,
floor hurts your spine.
You know, and that's like, where men, I wish, knew more about, like, our hormones and how
much it affects everything.
Nothing that fucking pisses me off more. Like, if you want to get me fucking riled up, like, tell a woman, oh, it's just you must be on your period.
Yeah.
On your
is it that time of the month?
It's like, maybe that is the case, and it fucking sucks. And it's so, like, this isn't something to joke around about. Like,
don't literally sit there and be like, oh, you must be on your period, like it's a joke. You have no fucking clue. We are fighting for our life inside of our own body. Like, literally,
it is so hard.
I have the exact inverse, like, not with my girlfriend, actually, with my ex-fiance, who is a man. He would sometimes say to me, and still does, because we talk all the time.
Yeah.
If I'm like, I've just been in a funk, I just feel like shit, he'll go, I'm not trying to sound like a man right now, but are you aware of where you're at in your... And I'm like, oh my god, you're so special, and that's why I was definitely with you, because, like, you're so into... And he's a interesting, special, different kind of man, but he'll do that, but, like, in the most gentle. He's like,
if it's
you
gentle, it's fine. But when it's like
I'm like, no, I'm ovulating.
If they're coming from a place of understanding,
totally
that's
fine.
Completely different.
It's when it's like, oh, you're just acting like this because of this. It's
right.
Like, it doesn't matter why I'm acting like this. I feel a certain type of way.
It's you don't understand. like, now that I know what it feels like to feel good inside of my body every day because everything's stable, I'm like, they have no clue. If this is what it's like for them, like, I mean, I wake up feeling fantastic right now.
I do think they can relate in, like, if their testosterone is low, their motivation and, like, drive and, you know, stuff goes away. True. And then if it's too high, I think they get, like, the irritability and the anger.
But even when men go through their menopause or change of life and their testosterone drops, the drop is so insignificant and it levels off. Where women, it just goes away.
Well,
it's
and
just
men
gone.
can control a lot. Like, if men are healthy, which I guess for women
and if
too,
men work out, then they can build up their
it's
testosterone.
It's usually, like... And it's so fucking easy to get testosterone.
Yeah, you just ask your doctor for it and they just give it to you.
It's like fucking candy.
Women can't do that.
Yeah.
We have to go through some...
I mean, it's getting better, but, like, it's definitely...
Functional health.
Yeah.
It is definitely getting more affordable, thank God.
Yeah. And it's, like, ubiquitous now. Like, HRT, I feel like you can get anywhere, but...
I saw this video. I was just thinking, like, you saying that you... know what it's like. I saw this video on Instagram of this dude who was microdosing the luteal phase, and he was like trying to recreate what it would feel like to be in the luteal phase. He was like, cinched my belt, turned the heat up in the house, drinking black coffee, and he was like like, oh my god, that is so true.
It is. It's like you're hot and then you're cold.
Yeah, and then the cinched belt just like sent me. I was like,
but you have no idea about the cravings, the, like, food.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and then
So
you're just
weird.
mad at yourself because you gave in to the cravings because you're only a human. There's only so much.
Like, my body is truly chemically making me want to eat this right now.
Yeah, and I feel so bad that I'm willing to throw anything at my body to soothe it at this point.
Yeah.
Even if it's bad food.
Yeah.
You know?
It does feel like that sometimes, like, it's brain versus body. It's like, I know... logically that this isn't going to help or that this is going to help, but I'm going to beat myself up because of it, whether that's taking a rest day from the gym
or going on a walk even, like I know I'll feel better if I get some sunlight.
Or just laying in bed with a heating pad for, like, way too many hours. And you're like, I've been in bed all day and I can't stand
But your
myself.
body's like, you have no other option, bitch.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing.
It's like, you're literally curled up in a fetal position. Go ahead, straighten your legs. I dare you.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Try.
Just try it. I know. But it drives me nuts because, like, women are expected to show up every day when we're going through this.
Yeah.
You know, and like, the modern woman today has to be able to manage a household, take care of her kids, have a career, have side projects and a social life. You know what I mean?
We also live in, like, a soup of trash when it comes to, like, chemicals affecting us.
Yeah.
Like, let's just put all these endocrine disruptors on top of everything now. And
but you have to be
figure
beautiful,
it out.
so you need all of those things.
And if you don't use them, you smell fucking shitty because natural deodorant doesn't work.
Right.
That's so true, though, that, like, we are expected to show up consistently.
Yes.
And that it reminds me, I got a DM from someone who follows me who's a trans guy. And he said that he got his period, kind of strange, but, you know, pronouns, for the first time in 9 years. And, like, just because the hormones had changed or something was different. And he was like, I first of all can't believe I used to, like, have to go through this all the time. And second of all, it was after I posted on my story about, like, does anyone else's period, like, completely cripple them? Because I was like, I need sympathy. But he was like, it is crazy that people are expected to work and, like, be on jobs that you have to be, like, standing up and moving around. And I'm like, yeah,
dealing with other people's problems.
I'm so grateful that I get to sit at that desk with my heating pad.
I'm grateful that I can text my boss and be like, it's not happening today.
Oh, dude,
but
when I work retail,
it's still a battle.
On your feet,
dealing with Starbucks,
angry people.
Most people's jobs entail, like, we're very lucky to have understanding situations and, like, working from home. but so many people just have to show up. And I mean, even just having kids.
And they don't make
Yeah.
money if they don't show
Dude,
up.
when I got
sometimes.
sick, the last time I got sick, and I was like, oh my God, I have all these animals to take care of. All I could think of was like, some women have like 4 kids that they have to get up and take care of when they feel like this. Like, how is this? Women are superheroes. Like, they deserve so. By the way, it's Mother's Day, so
Oh,
Yeah.
This episode was not for the men.
it started off
episode.
it started off us trying to like help men not feel
Help men treat us
helpless
better.
when women are emotional, because I think that's what was going on. I think that was the root of what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
A lot of men, when women are very emotional, because they live with us, and so when we're out and we hold in all our emotions all day and then we come home and let it out, the men are there and they see us and they're like, oh my God, what is happening? And some of them will try to like fix it, some of them will match it, and like that's what Mike and I would do. He would try to match my energy and we would just end up screaming at each other, and now I'm not regulated at all. Now we're just fighting because I came home in a bad mood again, because I can't come home into a safe space and unload all of this.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like you need to be able to compartmentalize.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she
Well,
needs this part of me
right.
right now.
I just need to let her let it out, listen to her, and be a grounding force. If men could just take a deep breath, separate your body and emotions from her body and emotions, and go, oh, she's dysregulated. The best thing I can do is be a grounding force and provide containment.
Yeah.
Because when a woman's like that, it's literally like being electrocuted. So be a ground wire.
Yeah.
Literally, that's what it's like. It's like, we're the live wire,
Good
be the
metaphor.
ground wire.
Yeah.
Just hold a space so that it can happen.
Yeah.
Don't get too attached to what's going on. Don't try to fix it. Let it happen and let us just be safe and go, okay, cool. That's a horrible day, but you're home now and you're safe. And it will just, you can change a woman's energy with your energy. If you could do that, men,
Yeah.
it would matter so much, and then we
Men
wouldn't
and
have
lesbians.
men and lesbians. Yeah,
No, it really does go for all types of relationships.
yeah,
And even in friendships, being able to
That's
not
true.
take things personally. Like, I know there have been times where one of you has had like a shitty day and you are like not communicating in your normal way to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
short, yeah,
and I'm like, oh,
What
God,
did I do?
Yeah.
It's about me. Like, I did something wrong. But I'm like, no, they're not separating their emotions and I'm not separating my emotions.
Yeah.
They're having emotions about that and I'm like, I'm projecting that
You're
it's
wondering,
about me.
Yeah.
what you did wrong. I
Yeah.
used to tell Wes that all the time, where I would be like, you are in a bad mood, and all I need you to say is like, it's not about you.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's all I need is like,
Yeah.
I know you can be in a bad mood, just let me know that I didn't do anything wrong,
Right.
which was totally like my own shit. But I do think that everyone could be better about communicating and like, okay, I'm just going through it, because they
Yeah.
can't read our minds. They don't know that we've had a bad day. If we're just in a shitty mood, like, I mean, that could be for many reasons.
Yeah.
So I think what it comes down to is just like having that open dialogue and just letting each other know like the little thing that they could do to make it better.
And not assuming that anything is about
It's
you.
personal. Yeah.
yeah. Don't take it personally.
But like as
honestly,
women,
like,
you've got to communicate if it is personal, and men.
Yeah.
I think that part of the thing is that in today's world where women do it all, it's hard for men to be like, what can I provide? You know, if she can do it all, like what does she need me for then?
Yeah.
It's like, this is what you can
Companionship.
provide.
Yeah.
You can provide a containment, a safe space, somebody to like come home and like hear that I had
sounding
a bad
board.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then let me know it's going to be okay. Because the minute somebody says that to you when you're having a bad day, it's going to be okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Or
like
there's always a next feeling.
yeah.
It's something like that.
That almost like allows the cry to come, and then
Yeah.
after you cry,
Yeah, then you're cleansed.
oh my
Yeah.
God, it's like a true release.
Yeah.
Like crying is really a form of therapy.
I had something to say about the communication thing, just really quickly, because it was this morning. I woke up like hungover and feeling shitty and not having my routine and all this. And I was like, will you make coffee and bring me coffee in bed? Because I bring you coffee in bed every day. And she goes downstairs. It's taking like a long time.
Oh, no.
I'm like, oh my God. She comes upstairs. Here's your coffee, baby. I'm like, oh, thank God. I take a sip, and it has like no honey in it at all. And
You're like,
and I I stood up immediately, and I apparently I looked at her, and then I just left the room to go put honey in it and fix
she's
it.
like,
She said, you looked at me with pure hatred. And I was like,
I've
no.
been
The reason I was like, wasn't because that you didn't do it right. It was because I had to stand up and I wasn't ready to stand up
and
yet.
you like were craving that
I was
fucking coffee.
expecting it, and it wasn't my
Yeah.
expectation. It wasn't like you did everything right, but I just wanted to say that because she was like,
Next time put more honey in.
more honey. And yeah, I was like, it does need to be a little sweeter.
Yeah.
But just saying, like, that wasn't the reason that I had that look on my face. It was just because my body was like, oh, I wanted this, and now we have to do this instead.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's part of the reason, though, honestly, I get really fearful about living with someone else again in the future, because I'm like, the last time I lived with someone, my hormones were so crazy that now I like associate living with someone in that time of my life.
Oh, no.
And so it's like, and I think I think I'm like, need to be alone because that's my human design kind of, but I also think that I feel the need to be alone because my hormones were so fucked and I felt like I couldn't like get away.
Yeah.
And like the overstimulation and all that. And that's where I really think there's a correlation, and I think people have done studies on like divorce and perimenopause because it's like,
oh yeah, suicide and divorce are the highest during perimenopause for women. Yeah, it's really sad. Because like nobody can explain only people who have been through it can understand it. It's so disruptive, and it's really sad. It's really sad. But I agree with you. Like last night, even though I was up all night, and I'm up all night because I have a baby. I'm a wildlife rehabilitator, and there's a baby in my house, and so we're doing that. But I remember thinking last night as I was up, I had like lights turned on and stuff, and I was like, I'm so grateful that I live alone, because if I didn't, I would have to be worried about how me having the lights on and being up at night was affecting somebody else.
Oh.
Yeah.
I remember when I used to wake up at 4:30 and I would like get ready in the dark, and I was like,
it's so funny. You guys are like adjusting out of that,
and you're adjusting,
and I'm
in
adjusting
it.
into it and learning to deal with that. Like overstimulation is the right word, and a lot of the time it is comfort and companionship when it's a good relationship. But even if it's a good relationship, it's like I need to be alone in the sense that you need to be out of the house.
Yeah,
but like I can't. It doesn't even feel like I am alone even when she's out of the house, because I'm like, this is your home base too,
right?
I'm trying to figure out how to like be okay with that. It's interesting. I am okay.
It's a transition,
but it's a transition for sure.
I used to, when I got home from work, I remember being like, I want to take a nap, but then I was like, okay, but Wes is gonna be home in like 45 minutes, and then he's gonna wake me up, and then like I'm gonna just feel like I need to get up. And I remember feeling like I can't do what I want to do right now because I know someone else is gonna be here, and I don't know what the answer is, to be honest.
It's even like cleaning the house. If there's a dude at home, even if he's just sitting on the couch watching TV, it's hard to clean the house because you're like trying to attend to their needs or whatever. But the second they're out of the house, you're like, oh, I got the whole house clean in like a half an hour because it was empty. Yeah. And you're just like, that empty house time is so important for women.
Yeah. So one of the things I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, you had a thought prompt.
This is like a little bit off of what I was thinking, but in relationships, especially long-term marriages, when and I'm not going to like bring up specific people, but if you're in a relationship and you're like kind of nearing the end of your I don't want to say prime because I think women are beautiful like for a very long time, but when you feel as though you're like coming out of your younger prime years and you're happy in your relationship, but you also like want more attention from the opposite sex. I think this happens in relationships a lot, and I am wondering like what the right call is, what the answer is for that, because someone close to me and I were having a conversation about it last night, and it was like, do you go and like bring someone else into your relationship to like just to like find the spark and love again?
I think...
Or is that a sign that it's not the right relationship?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think if there's a craving for more attention and you can't express that to the person that you're with and be like, hey, I need more from you or different from you or whatever, like, then it's not the right person.
It's not it.
Like, and if there can be seasons of, like, give and take and there's more and less. Like, I was talking to my parents last night. My mom has gone through a lot of grieving this year. She's lost 3 close family members, including her mom and sister, and she's like, your dad and I like don't kiss anymore. And I'm like, first TMI, but she was like, I'm like, can we take a month off of kissing because like I can't handle that right now? But I think the inverse is true, that sometimes it's like, I need a month of like more attention because of how I'm feeling.
And I just want
now.
you to like tell me how beautiful I am and tell me like how much you love me. And I don't know. That's another thing that I get worried about jumping into like a committed relationship is like, but at some point we're going to go through something. And at some point, one of us is going to like not be as into it. And how do you get over those?
Coming as somebody who has been through the men used to look at me and now they don't as much anymore phase, okay? Because that is a hard phase for women to go through, because when you're young and beautiful and full of life, men will give you too much attention and you don't like it. But then you get to a certain age and you start to notice that men don't really look at you anymore. They just don't, not like they used to. But here's what happens, in my opinion. If you're in a committed relationship and you actually love your partner and you guys want to be there for each other, men can learn how to start flirting with you again. Yeah. Which is what you need at that time. We've been in this relationship for a long time. You know what kind of things I like. You can start flirting with me again. You can make me feel good about myself again. And if you cared about me, you would just do it. You would do it. Yeah. Don't be lazy. This is why it's so important that men have to understand how hard this hormonal time is for women. This 40, in the 40s, you have got to show up for her. She is going through the hardest thing in her entire life right now. Even harder than like, I guess the only thing I can compare it to is like postpartum depression. Right.
I mean, it's, that's like, basically what it is.
Yeah. Like it's crazy. Like we need men to understand what we're going through. Start flirting with her again. Make her feel pretty again. If she says to you, I don't feel pretty, if she's saying these things, then you need to
That's your mission.
Step it up. Yeah. You need to make sure that she feels good. Or she will find somebody who will. Yeah. I'm sorry, but that will happen.
Yeah.
And then she will realize, oh, I'm not invisible to men. I'm invisible to men who like young women. But there's this whole other section of men out there, and they're all ages, I found out, that are into women of a certain age. So you just have to understand that you're attracting a completely different type of person now. So the type of people that you used to be attracted to and attract to you, they shift to something completely different.
Yeah. I also think that attraction, yes, it's physical, but like I know for me, and my sister and I were talking about this because we went like a while ago, we were at a bar and there was this guy that I thought was cute. And then like he opened his mouth and I was like, Like, I went from being like, fuck yeah, to like,
Hell no.
absolutely not. And I remember my sister was like, I did not read that at all. Like, I had no idea. Like, she thought I was still into it. And like, he invited us to a different bar, and I was like, she like wasn't reading it because it was such a quick transition.
Yeah.
And I think personality and like wisdom is huge in attraction. And I think that like certain men who maybe are not
of the right caliber.
Right. Well, there's always going to be people that are for you or not for you.
Correct.
Like there are going to be people that your taste and what you are attracted to is going to change over time as well. Also,
I think part of it, like what you're both describing of like that shift, can also be like they're still thinking of you as, or whoever, as like the younger, different version of you that they like initially fell in love with.
Right.
And they're like, well, you're not that exact thing anymore, so I'm gonna show up differently. It's like, no, I am still that, but just like evolved.
Yeah.
And you have to like evolve with me.
I think that that's where a lot of the, because in some situations it's like, yes, the man needs to flirt more, and the man needs to, you know, let her know that she's the one, but also, or I mean, honestly, partner in general, it doesn't have to be a man, but also they need to keep their standard high. Like,
right. Don't be a schlep. Yeah.
I want to be attracted to my partner, and I want to feel like my partner is like evolving with me. And as soon as I feel like I'm going up and they're staying here, I am like icked out.
Yeah.
And then it's
I think
hard
a lot
to
of relationships die at that point.
Yeah.
Because one person is
Grows.
still working on themselves
Yeah.
and the other person is just complacent.
But here's where it's like, how long do you give them to, because people can change.
That's up to the, well, people can change, but honestly, sometimes that breakup, as it was with me and my last relationship, is the catalyst for that person
And
going,
that
oh,
is
you
my
know what?
point
Maybe I need to
on
be a better person.
Do you, sometimes maybe in relationships, do you bring someone else in?
No, I don't think.
Or do you take a break and go see other people?
I would say, like...
I mean, I'm not saying
break,
bring other people in a, like, it needs to be communicated, it needs to be something that both parties agree to. But, like,
I don't think polygamous relationships ever work out.
I'm not saying polygamous, I'm saying more like, something's not working here.
Yeah.
Just see,
maybe
like,
we need to, like, pause, go see what else is out there, to either be like, oh, grass was not greener.
Yeah.
I think that's fine as long as both people are agreeable on it. But I also believe that, like, what is meant for you will not be withheld from you. So if your relationship goes separate ways, but, like, you remain friends and you both work on yourself individually and somehow you guys come back together, that could have always been meant to happen all along.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess that's what I'm getting at is, like, I think society looks at marriage as very, like, you just fucking tough it out and...
Yeah.
And I'm like, is that the answer? Like, the way that we're doing it, is that the right way?
I don't think so, because I think it causes more resentment in the relationship, and also I think it messes with the kids when the parents are like, we'll just stay together till the kids are out of the house, and then the kids are like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, way to put that on me,
thing.
you know?
That was for sure my parents for a long time were like staying together, I think, for the sake of us or like money reasons.
Right.
And I'm like, you guys fight 24/7.
2 loving homes is way better than 1 unhappy home. I'm
Without a
sorry,
doubt.
but it is. And kids, even no matter how young they are, they can understand that energy.
Oh, yeah.
The energy here is not good, but if it goes this way and then both people find somebody else that they're happy with or are happy alone, kids can understand that energy too. And they'll be like, look, sometimes relationships don't work out.
Yeah.
People are constantly changing. Change is the only inevitable that there is. Sometimes you can change and grow together. Sometimes you can get married right out of high school and be together forever, and God bless you if that's your life. But that's not the reality for most of us.
Yeah.
It's just not.
It's just an interesting, like, thing, because we have all made, like, significant changes in our lives, I would say. We've shown, like, proof of identity shifts. But I think sometimes in relationships, especially women to men, it's like, that's just how he is and he's not going to change. And and it's like, well, you're not really giving them the benefit of the doubt. Like, I agree with that in some ways, but it's like, also, they can change. But if you're always looking at them as this old version of themselves, and you're not allowing them to, like, step up.
Yeah.
Because you're like, well, they're just doing this because I told them to change. It's like, well, that's what you fucking want.
Yeah.
I think, summary of the episode, women need to expect better and men need to do better.
And everyone needs to communicate.
Yeah.
Well, just educate yourself on what the other person might be going through.
Yeah.
Because that has helped me so much, is like getting a male perspective on relationships and then being the female perspective on in a relationship. And going through many relationships, you know what I mean? Like, I haven't been with the same person my whole life. I've had different dynamics to figure out and stuff.
Yeah, I think everyone needs to have multiple, maybe not like multiple serious relationships, but multiple relationships to know what they want and don't want, and like to learn from each. And it's okay to, I don't know, I've always been the person to end relationships. I've never been ended with. And I, like, looking back, sometimes I feel really shitty about that. I'm like, ooh, am I, like, a bad person? But I'm like, no, I just know what I want, and I know what I don't want, and I don't want to waste anyone's time.
Right. It's worse to say, for sure.
Own.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's like a fine line of when you're cutting it off to... That's where I think the confusing part of relationships is like, when to know when cutting it off is the right thing, and when you maybe need to give them a little bit of, like, grace.
So there's a scientific theory that the first person that's going to live forever has already been born and is alive right now, okay? So, no, it's going to come back.
I'm sure it will.
So, somebody that I was watching, I don't remember who it was, but they asked this question. If you could live for 400 or 500 years, would marriage still be a thing?
No, you would eventually grow out of it.
Yeah, like how...
I'm not saying
like
that
such
you
a
don't
quick no.
keep...
it's like such a quick no.
Yeah,
but
like,
that also goes back to why do relationships have to end with such ill will? Like, why can't...
Why can't you
and
just
I think that's
amicably
getting
be
better.
like, this isn't gonna work out?
Yeah, like, just because we didn't work out in that way doesn't mean we can't, like, have a different form of a relationship.
Right.
Like, who put this rule that I have to hate you?
Right.
I mean, that's why I was talking about my ex-fiance, and like that's such a, we all have very unique relationships with our previous partners,
where it's like it's platonic.
Is it unique,
like,
though? Because I'm friends with a lot of my exes still.
I don't know.
Not like friends where I talk to them on a regular basis, like you with your ex or whatever, but if they're in town, they hit me up and we might have like breakfast together or something.
Friends with all of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just good to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Oh boy. I don't like
Imagine.
Oh, I got round and round. I hate when I get that one. I'm always
You
like
feel called out?
I do a little, but then when I read it, I'm like, all right, it's not that bad.
Yeah. I have Unfinished Symphony.
Oh. Can I see that?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever gotten
Unfinished
Symphony.
I have. It's a good one. I get it on when I ask relationship questions a lot. I get that.
Hold on, while you look at that, I'm gonna look at this. Wow, 45 minutes. I was like, I think that we've been going for 36 minutes. Yeah. That was my guess. But we can do this and then call it a day.
Yeah, this was a meaty episode.
Yeah, my gosh.
This is interesting. I won't talk about it on here, but it's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, on that note,
yeah.
Sorry if we were a little scattered. We were all feeling some type of way.
Feeling some type of way, but I think we got across like the. It all started because of the video, which
I'll send you.
Yeah.
So that you can put in the video in the embed.
But yeah, I think just one last thing. All of this goes. I think the word man could be replaced with like the masculine.
Right. Yes.
The masculine.
The masculine, the feminine. Yeah, I agree.
So just wanted to throw that out there.
For sure. Because also men need to be held sometimes too, and they have a feminine
Yeah,
energy.
and then
Like
there's-
Well, everybody has the divine feminine and the
Yeah.
divine masculine in them.
And the
Every
women
person.
in lesbian relationships, like sometimes the scale of like who's the more masculine, who's not even like presenting wise, but like
Right.
the emotional centers of the relationship,
Right.
it can be very different.
It can be. It can shift between
Anyway.
partners instead of one person holding it more than the other.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you learned something today.
Yes,
And-
Yes.
this was informational.
Yes.
Like and subscribe.
You guys are so good at that now.
I know we've been
Suck at
trained.
it.